What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? BizzyDad here. You there checking out this Force of Will Faceoff. I am on the left. I am playing a deck I called the Blue Steel Sleepers with the ruler Charlotte here, and Mike is on the right. He is playing a Lumia deck for the new set that he put together. These are a couple of play testing decks that we're fiddling around with right now just to see how they would work. My deck is mono blue, and Mike is using a white and red combination for Lumia. I actually won the dice roll, and I chose to go second to use Charlotte's Energize, and just to make sure Mike doesn't get his Energize. I usually go first, but just for a little bit of fun, we're going to go second here on this one. And this is a pretty interesting deck. I don't have any Legacy Lost cards in this deck, because it is mono blue, and this is a really heavy control deck. It's called the Sleepers because this deck is going to put you to sleep. So we're going to see how this goes. Here's Mike trying to triple cut me, trying to get an edge right off the bat. He's not going to intimidate me. So here we go on the initial deal here. We're going to see there's one back immediately. I don't like that one. Two back. And thinking about the third here, visually thinking, and no, I decide with just two. Mike is shipped back one here so far. Let's see if he puts any other back. And no, he just wants the one. So he pulls back one, and he is going to go first to start the game. So he calls a stone, and he is proxying the new white-red dual stones. So it's no big deal. We're not going to file an official complaint, but he calls the white-red awakening stone and then passes turn. So I'm going to draw, and I'm going to call a blue stone. I have one blue stone, and I have the Energize from Charlotte. I'm going to play one for Alice's Little Scout and pass the turn. Alice's Scout, it's a good card. It's a one drop, and when she goes to the graveyard, you get to draw a card. So she's going to replace herself as soon as she dies. Mike draws and pulls the basic redstone. He's going to use both for the Conjure Time Bomb. And so this is the regular one. He's going to put a bomb token into the field, 100, 100. And at the beginning of his next turn, or the beginning of any of his next turns, he can banish it. And if so, it's going to deal 1,000 damage to all my J Resonators and 1,000 damage to me. So I'm on the clock. So I'm going to draw and going to put the plan together, because if I can't deal with the bomb, I'm going to eat 1,000. And the scout's going to eat 1,000 and have no chance. Now I'm thinking of the play. So I'm going to recover and call a stone. The primary concern, of course, here is the bomb. To get rid of it, Mike is tapped out because he had to use both will to play the bomb. So first I'm going to swing at him for 200. He has no way to stop that. He's not going to block with the bomb, obviously. So he takes the 2. And I'm going to play both for 2 blue for Valentina Resistance, which sends the target resonator back to its owner's hand. The token will just be removed from the game. So, and I pass the turn. So successfully deal with the bomb, get it off the board, and save that early 1,000 damage. Mike draws and gets a Heat Ray white-red. If anybody's thinking that playing the bomb was a bad play, I really don't think it is, because if I don't have an answer, if I don't have that card, it's an early 1,000 damage. So I am a fan of the bomb. Mike is going to play 2 for the, and I believe that's the Light Palace edition, that says at the end of a turn, you can recover a human or fairy tale J Resonator. I think Lumia flipped over is a human, which is why he plays that card. So he's going to play that. No other turns. He does leave that one stone open. He passes to me. I'm going to draw and recover and call another stone. Still have the Energize there. Mike still with no resonators on the board just yet. So this should leave me open to pop him again with the Little Scout. But I'm doing some thinking here. We're also talking There's a lot of noise going around here with the holidays. Everyone's going nuts. So that's why we have the voiceover here. So through the game, you'll see I could be talking to somebody else in the room or talking to Mike. Here's a 2 for a standby card. We love the standby cards. And we're going to swing again with the Scout. Scout putting in some work, dealing another 200 damage. And I'm done. So I passed the turn. The blue deck that I'm playing, like I said, it's a little slow. We want to build the stones up, and we want to just frustrate and put our opponents to sleep. There, Mike pulls another Awakening Dual Stone. That proxy card is another one, so he's got 2 of those. Okay, so he's going to play Nyarlathotep with Awakening. He's going to play the red, the white, and I think he calls the... He's going to call the White Awakening for the automatic ability, which then triggers Prison in the Lunar Lake. So I'm just going to make sure Nyarlathotep does not even stay on the board. Now, if he didn't play that Awakening with the automatic ability, I would not have been able to bring the card out of the standby area, but since he did and tried to play the automatic ability of a Resonator that came into the field that turn, I'm able to do it, cancel, and destroy it. So he passes to me. I'm going to draw, recover, and grab a stone. I've done a good job of keeping Resonators off of Mike's boards. Here's 4 and 1 Energized for Captain Hook. This is a heartbreaking play. Mike only has 1 will. There's no way for him to cancel this, and he's going to lose 2 special magic stones. I'm just going to put both of the Awakenings back. Doesn't matter what order. It's the same thing. And the Scout, again, coming in for another 200. So the Scout doing a really good job. And Captain Hook is just it's so demoralizing to see a Captain Hook. So now Mike draws and calls in the stone he had to put back, but he is now down in will 4-3, and he went first. So he's at a pretty big disadvantage, and he's going to have to do something here, because if he can't get anybody on the board, now Captain Hook is able to swing for 1,000. So things are about to get real, but he ends up passing with 3 open wills. So I'm going to keep that in mind, because he's probably up to something here, but I'm going to call my 5th stone in. Like I said, this is a mono blue deck, so no special stones. It's all blue all the way. So with the Scout and Hook on the board, I'm going to swing with Hook. I'm going to try to get that 1,000 in early. He takes it. Now, the reason why I did that, I'm going to swing again with the Scout. The reason why I swung with Hook right off the bat is because just in case Mike had anything in mind, I wanted to swing right away. Now here he comes. He's going to flash Inglorious to try to kill Captain Hook. And here I'm thinking I'm slick by trying to do Water Bear magic on Glorious, but that doesn't matter. That's still going to destroy Captain Hook. Misplay on my part there. For some reason I forgot that that automatic ability takes place no matter what. I still turn Glorious into the bear, but it doesn't really matter. I lost my Hook, but I'm going to pass with the 4 open stones. And Mike's going to draw. Losing Hook, kind of a bummer, but he did get to swing for 1,000, and Mike's down to 22. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable. The Scout is there. Mike gets the other Awakened stone, so he's gotten both stones back that Hook took care of here. And Glorious on the board. He's going to play a Rook Egg. Still has the 3 open stones up. I don't know if he's going to swing here with Glorious or not. Yep, he does. And I have to decide what to do here. Got some open will. Got the... I'm going to take it. I didn't know if I was going to do anything about it, but he's going to recover Glorious at the end of the turn. So I'm going to draw now, and I'm going to recover. And I'm going to call a stone. I have a good amount of cards in my hand, so it doesn't really make any sense to flip Charlotte over just yet. Besides, we get to take advantage of her front-facing ability, which is pretty useful. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. So we're going to play 4 for the Puppet Monarch Valentina, which lets me gain control of one of my opponent's Resonators, and I'm going to take Glorious from Mike. There's no defense, no stop. So Glorious is going to come on over to my side. Definitely not going to swing with the Scout because I don't want to give him the satisfaction of blocking and popping his Rook Egg. So I'm just going to pass the turn now. So Mike draws and recovers. Mike thinking about a potential judgment here, and I think he's going to. Yes, he's going to flip Lumia over. Lumia has abilities to remove resonators whenever she attacks when she's on her J ruler side. Mike's got her in full art, so we're starting to like read her text here, which is funny. I mean, the full arts is so pretty, but it's tough to read. So just getting a sense of what she does when she comes in. And now Mike is going to use the Awakening dual stones to recover. When a light ruler does judgment, they get to recover the stones, and Lumia is light, so he gets to recover those stones. He's going to use 3 for Flame King Shout, which is going to hit all the resonators on my side of the board for 400, and then it'll let him put a 3-drop resonator, 3 or lower, with swiftness for the turn. So that's going to kill the little Scout. I get to draw off that. So Scout definitely did an amazing job. Everyone else is down for 2. She's going to bring in a Flame Dragon of Altea, which is a 12/12 flyer. And I'm going to Remnant the Bear Magic out, so it loses all of its abilities. So no more flying, no more swiftness, and 400. So put the brakes on the Flame Dragon, so it could not get an attack in. And Mike's going to pass. So I draw and recover. Mike now with a little bit of a board presence. And now me figuring out what I have to do to do something about this now. I'm going to call another one. We got a lot of will to work with here. Again, the comfort level of not having to flip Charlotte over is a good thing. I don't have to worry about really anything else. Flipping Charlotte would let me draw my hand up to 5 cards, but I believe I have 6 or maybe even 7, so no need to flip over yet. I'm trying to figure out what to do here because I know that Dragon is a 12/12 flyer. The Rook Egg can be popped for maybe another Dragon. So I'm going to hardcast another Captain Hook. This is great because Mike has no stones, no way to answer. So I'm going to put those 2 back on there, and I'm just keeping Mike at the fewer stones, the better here. And plus Hook is a 1,000 body, which is nice. Deciding what I want to do here. Can't really attack. Doesn't really make much sense. The Flame Dragon can block the puppet, can block Glorious, and kill them. So I'm assuming that I'm not going to be attacking here. But still trying to figure it out. Looking at my cards, looks like I got 5 in there. I think I see another puppet. Puppet Monarch. Excuse me, Puppet Monarch. What a great card. I love that card. Whenever I can play blue and sneak it in there, I definitely do. So it looks like that's going to be it for me this turn. Yep. So I pass it. Pass the turn over to Mike, who's going to recover. And sitting there with those 2 stones, and it's just crippling. I mean, there's only so much you could do when you only have those 2 stones. And Mike has to decide if he wants to use Lumia to call a stone or for Lumia to fight. And that's what puts him in a tough position. Lumia attacking definitely gets to pull resonators off the board and then back into the field. And this is the discussion here, because while I'm controlling Glorious, Mike still is the owner. So I think the discussion we're having is if Lumia attacks and removes a resonator from the game and then puts it back into its owner's field, it would go to him. And that's how we are reading the card. We might be reading that wrong, but he's going to call a stone. He brings back that awakening stone. So now Lumia is down. He's going to swing with the Flame Dragon, and I was just sitting on my favorite blue defensive card, sniping from the blind spot. And I just send the dragon right back to his hand. He ends the turn and pulls up Lumia with the Light Palace edition. So he passes and I draw. And it looks like I drew into another sniping, which is great. I'm going to pay 1 blue and discard a card out of my hand. This is Charlotte's ability to rest the egg so he can't block. That lets me draw a card. So we got 2 cards off of that draw, which is good. Discarding Charlotte's Protector out of my hand lets me rest a card, rest a Resonator, and then I get to draw a card. So I call another stone. I'm sitting here with 8 will. This is 8 will to Mike's 4, and it's such advantage, even though he's got a board presence. And his egg is down, so he can't even block. And like I said, it's a very comfortable feeling. I get to make my moves, pick how I'm going to go about this turn right here with 8 will, a lot of cards in hand. And so now I'm going to just check because I wanted to make sure that Lumia's ability to remove a Resonator from the game and back into the field is not when she blocks as well. So only when she attacks, which is good. If it was blocking too, it would definitely make me think twice about attacking or just how I'm going to go about attacking. The egg is down, so the egg can't block. He can't go get another Resonator. So I'm going to attack him with Hook. He's going to Zero's Magic Light, which is really good to remove blocking or attacking Resonator from the game. I'm going to use my sniping to save Captain Hook and bring him back to my hand. Sniping, I can't say enough about the card. It's really good. Sniping and Zero's Magic Light, 2 really great cards, so we got to see them clash right there. Magic Light came in, tried to remove Hook, and the sniping said, no, we'll just take Hook back, thanks. And now here's the rough part. I'm just going to cast Hook again. And Mike knows that the 2 stones are going to go back. So, I mean, as a player, when the will, I think, is now, the will count is 8-2 or 8-3. It's just, admittedly, what can you do? And this is one of the potential goals of the my blue deck here is just to pin you down. You just go to sleep. It's a sleeper hold. The choke hold. There's not much you can do when all your stones are going back and Resonators are being rested. I'm going to swing in with Glorious here for 600. And if he decides to block with Lumia, that's okay. He's going to take the 6, and I'm going to pass the turn. I want to keep a couple of Resonators open. As long as Valentina, the puppet, is alive, I get to control Glorious. So I'm a little extra careful with her. Hook can't attack because he re-entered the field that turn. So now Mike is going to attack me. And what he's going to do, he's going to remove Glorious from the game, and it's going to enter his field because he is the owner. And we might have this wrong. We're not 100% sure. You know, don't forget this is play test match. But we run with it. He takes Glorious back. And now I believe the attack is 1,000 to me. Now, I don't know if I want to take this or if I want to block with the puppet. I'm considering just taking the damage because he's going to have those 2 Resonators down, which means, yeah, and I do take it, because it means that I should be able to swing with Hook and the Puppet Monarch next turn to potentially end the game. But what I forgot was he has the Light Palace, which lets him recover the human J Resonator, which is Lumia. So now he passes to me, and kind of, I don't know if about a misplay. I forgot about the addition, actually. I figured maybe I can just swing for the game here if he didn't have anything up his sleeves. But I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to do before the recovery, and I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to pay 1 and discard a card to rest the egg. I don't want that egg being able to block. I had another Charlotte's Protector, so I discarded that, and I get to draw a card off that. So we have the 8 stones. This is before recovery. Now I'm recovering, but still, again, you can see my hand, about 4 or 5 cards in there already, so no benefit in Judgment right now. probably the move would be to just call another stone, just keep the will advantage even higher. I think Mike only has the 2 cards, the 2 stones. It's definitely the 1 red stone there. I think he has the heat ray underneath, but I'm not even 100% sure of that. And so I haven't decided yet. My first move here is, I don't remember. It's going to be a surprise to me here too. I know Lumia is there to block. I could definitely get 1 attack in, either with the puppet or hook. I'm going to see if maybe I can get another blocker here on the field. Maybe I could send something back to his hand. I got the 2. I don't know if we're going to send anything back or what are we going to do. Definitely thinking here. So I'm going to pay 2. Valentina's Resistance. I'm going to send Glorious back to his hand. I'm not concerned with him flashing Glorious in because he does not have 3 will. So I'm not worried about him using the quick cast to come in and destroy a Resonator that dealt damage this turn. There's no way for me to deal with the addition, I don't believe, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to deal with Lumia popping back up every turn. So here is a swing with the puppet. I'm going to make Mike decide to either take the 8 or let Lumia block to kill him, but then Hook would come in. Okay, so he takes the 8, and now I'm going to pass. I thought I would swing with Hook and put him to the test, and maybe I thought he had something up his sleeve, and I just want to block her up. So interesting. I don't know what I have in my hand right here that I wasn't able to play anything else. Maybe some defensive cards, but he's going to call a stone. He almost has to. This kind of puts Mike in a tough spot. He doesn't really have an attack. And now it was making me think that if I swung with Hook the last turn, maybe he would have had no choice but to block with Lumia and have her die. I don't believe she has Imperishable because he was not able to pitch the Nyarlathotep Resonator when he flipped her over. So he has no play, but he's got so many cards in his hand that he had to discard 2. And at the end of the turn, he pulled up Lumia. So I think he's keeping his will open for any sort of defensive play. I draw, and before the recovery, am I going to do anything? I believe I missed a stone call last turn, although it does not really make much of a difference here. So I'm going to recover. And I'm going to call that stone. The puppet survived, which means I have another 2 swings, but I really do want to be able to... Okay, I'm going to play Uriel, which is a Resonator. When it comes in, you choose a Resonator your opponent controls and rest it, and it can't recover as long as Uriel's in the field. I'm going to play another Alice Scout. So I'm building the board for the final push right here. 4 Resonators. He only has Lumia. The egg is now trapped. It's pinned down. It can't recover. It can't block. So here's a swing with the puppet to potentially end the game. And let's see what Mike is going to do. I'm trying to bait that Lumia, but he's going to play Crimson Ray, which is going to hit me for 600 damage, and he's going to gain 600 life. So I'm going to lose 6. He's going to gain 6. And now he has the 800 attack that he takes. So now he is down to 6. And I'm going for the game right here. And he has no choice but to now block with Lumia and get killed. So I'm going to pass the turn. Lumia is now just a stone caller. And it really depends on what Mike drew into here with the 3 will, with the egg pinned down. If there's no way for him to put up some sort of wall to block the puppet and Uriel and anything else that I have, it will pretty much be the game right here. I actually have to go back to the stats. If Hook is 1,000 and Lumia is 1,000, I'm wondering if Hook should be dead right now, but I'm not 100% sure. He's going to Crimson Ray me again, which is going to do the +6, -6. I tried to give myself 600 life. 12, 12. Mike's looking at his cards, and that's it. He doesn't have anything else, and he's going to scoop the game right there. Even if Hook were to be dead, which I believe he should have, I'll check the stats again, but the puppet swings for 8, Uriel swings for 6, and the scout swings for 2. So it would not have mattered. I had enough damage to put him away in the next turn. But again, just this blue deck is really just to pin you down and just frustrate you, discourage you, make sure you can't do any moves, and basically just put you to sleep. It's a sleeper hold, the blue steel sleepers. So, guys, that is it for this match right here. Let us know what you think with the comment below. Again, this was just a play test with a couple of decks that we're putting together and having fun. We recorded a couple of other matches here, so we're going to get those up as well as other videos coming along the way. So always like to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe, and just your comments. Love to hear the discussion. So, as always, thanks for a few minutes, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.